Welcome back, Monster Hunter fans. This is SweetBattlescars, and what a good day it is to be a Monster Hunter fan today. As most of you have probably already heard, we got some pretty awesome news today, straight from New York. And that is that Monster Hunter Tri-G will finally be localized. So Monster Hunter fans outside of Japan can finally get to play this awesome game. And so, to commemorate such good news, I decided to go ahead and do an unboxing video today of Capcom Figure Builder Volume 5. And so this is a brand new volume that they just released some time ago. I just haven't gotten around to making an unboxing for you guys. So we're going to get right to it, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the box first, and then we'll take a look at the figure. So I thought it was really awesome news today. We got those news directly from Nintendo in the Nintendo Wii U event that they had in New York today, September 13th. And it's going to actually be called Monster Hunter Tri or 3 Ultimate. And so it's essentially Monster Hunter Tri-G. Now the cool thing, I think, is Monster Hunter Tri-G is already a pretty good game. But now we're actually gonna get it for the Wii U and the 3DS on the same day. And what's cool about that is that the data can be switched and kind of shared between the two devices. So like if you take your 3DS on the go, any progress that you make, that data can be saved onto your Wii U and applied to the game on the Wii U. So I thought that was really cool that they're making it so that the two games can talk to each other and share data. Not only that, but the Wii U version will have online. We don't know about the 3DS yet, but they have confirmed that the Wii U version will have online multiplayer, which is gonna be really awesome because, as you know, Monster Hunter Tri-G in Japan did not have any multiplayer. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm really excited about those news. So I'm gonna go ahead here and get some good lighting on these boxes here and show you the box art for this volume. Now let's get down and talk to the figures now that we got these exciting news out of the way. So it's a good time to be excited about Monster Hunter in the West. So here we go. This is the box art for Monster Hunter Volume 5, and you see there another pretty awesome blue Rathalos, the Subspecies, the Azuri Rathalos, and Barioth in the cover. Then we got Plesioth in the sides here, and then we see the monsters that it comes with in this set. So you see a Rathalos, Rathalos Subspecies, Silver Rathalos also, the Plesioth, and the Plesioth Subspecies. I think that's the name, right? Plesioth? Something like that. Sorry about that. And then we have Agnaktor and a regular Agnaktor, Ice Agnaktor, and then we have Barioth and the Wind or Desert Barioth, the Red Barioth. So here we have a picture of Rathalos, and that's the box itself. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way and go ahead and take a look at the figures themselves. I'm really excited about this volume, and right from the start we get a really awesome figure. This is actually the one that I was looking forward to in this volume, as I've never gotten an Agnaktor figure. I have a keychain that I'm gonna show you guys in another video. I'm gonna do kind of like a miscellaneous video of like just some other Monster Hunter items in my collection, like keychains and plushies and things like that. So now this is really exciting because I've never seen an Agnaktor figure, and so this is something really awesome that they did in this volume, and finally gave this guy a proper figure builder figure. Now that reminds me, I'm also really excited. Let's put them together here. I'm really excited about the Monster Hunter Figure Builder Volume 6 that will be coming out in December, I believe. So it was announced, and it's already up for pre-order in several websites, as I'm sure you guys have seen. And that volume actually has a Uragon figure. So look forward to that. We're finally getting a Figure Builder Uragon figure. So for some reason this joint here is really snug. It doesn't want to go in, so it's the first time I've encountered something like this in the Figure Builder figure. So I'm gonna kind of just force it in there, and it's really snug. I don't know. I think it's this clear plastic. I don't know if the camera is picking it up too well, but this is actually clear PVC plastic. It's translucent, so it kind of glows. It lets light through, so it glows, and it's really awesome. I think you can. Okay, so the tail fit nicely in place. So I think you can really see it in the tail. This you can kind of see the shadow of my finger behind it. This is really awesome translucent plastic. So here we have the Agnaktor figure. And let me do the base. Now again, I want to keep these videos a reasonable length. So I'm gonna try not to take too long explaining things and kind of showing you the figure. But it's really hard because these figures are really awesome. So it's kind of hard to like not show you the details. And so, wow, this joint is really giving me a hard time. I don't know why it's so snug. I guess I think what I'm gonna have to do is later on. Oh, actually, wait. There we go. Finally, after some struggle, after I really forced it, we have finally a completed Agnaktor figure. And what an awesome figure it is! I gotta tell you, this is a really good size for this fabulous monster. So here we have the completed Agnaktor figure with the awesome details. I think it's okay if I spend some time on this guy since we've never seen him before. We've seen Rathalos figures like the other volume in the other volumes. We've had Rathalos figures before. Of course, the ones in this volume are different pose and everything, but nonetheless, it's still awesome Rathalos. But this guy, look at him. He is in his semi like enraged mode. Right after he starts glowing, the lava looks like it's glowing out of its back. So really, I really like the choice of plastic there. It's really glowing. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but here in front of me, it's really catching the light well. So really awesome detail with this figure in terms of the material. Really good choice of materials. I'm gonna leave them here in the background so you can kind of see him. So we're gonna go on and open the second one, and we have Barioth, another new addition into the Monster Hunter figure builder series, and another great addition to my collection. As you guys know from my videos, I have the Ecology Barioth, and this one actually comes with a protective plastic here, which is nice to protect its tusks from breaking, because these are really fragile. The good thing is that they're flexible, so you have some flexibility there, so that they don't just snap at every time you touch them or something. So really awesome figure. Was looking forward to this one as well. I hope I get the chance of comparing it. I will compare it to the Monster Ecology Barioth, the one that came with the book and the figure, as I showed you in my video of that figure. So some of these joints are feeling really snug, but that's I think a good thing, so that these figures don't fall apart. So fabulous detail on this figure. Your figure builders are always gonna be really nice figures. So this figure really does deliver. Really does Barioth some justice. So it looks really nice. So look at some of the textures on the chest. The claws are all a really nice color. It looks like Barioth in the game. It looks just like it. A lot of people, a lot of my friends online really hated this guy when we were farming him for parts. So here we go, and that's how he sits on his base here. So okay, sometimes there we go. Now he has only 2 points of contact where he kind of stands on his base, so see the paw there and the leg there. So really awesome figure, I gotta say. Look at that pose, and I really like the pose. They chose a really neat pose. So I'm gonna put this guy here, and I'm gonna get my Ecology series Barioth and compare them. The size is not much different. I mean, the Barioth in the Ecology series is still much bigger. So here you can see the two figures. you know, it's still the Barioth in the Ecology series. It is a lot bigger, but not much, not by much, you can see. So you're really getting a great value with this figure builder piece, because the scale is there. The details are actually really nice on the figure builder. I gotta say, look at the difference in colors. This color is a little more subtle, where this one's a little too yellow for me. So this one is got really nice details. So I gotta say, I'm liking this one a lot. So great job on that one, Capcom. They really went ahead and made an exceptional figure for Barioth. So we're gonna move on here. And wow, another highlight in this set. I mean, they're all highlights, really. I'm really excited to have these all these pieces in my collection. So we have Silver Rathalos, and he's very similar to the other Silver Rathalos in volume 1 or 2, I forget. But you know, there's still some differences, especially the pose. Some of the details are different. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this guy. Now, what I like of in the previous Rathalos, and I'm not really gonna compare the Rathalos. I think I'll compare regular Rathalos, but not the subspecies, because you know, the colors are pretty much the same. It's just a different pose. The figure slightly different, and I put the wrong wing in the wrong place. Okay, so here we go. So I gotta say, I've noticed these pieces are really snug in these in this set. So actually, maybe that was the right wing. It's kind of confusing in this one. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I'm liking that pose a lot. So you know, I think they do revisions. They just wanna they opt for doing revisions of monsters like Rathalos here, because I gotta tell you, this pose is pretty awesome. So I think maybe that's why they just decide to go ahead and do revisions. So here we have Rathalos completed on its base, and so I gotta say, I like this pose a lot. It's a little more dynamic than the other one. You know, let me just go ahead and show you the other figure. So I'll be making a comparison mostly in terms of the pose. The paint is not too much different. But I am noticing some details in actually some differences in the details. So here is the previous Rathalos I showed you before. So he's a little bigger than this one. Actually, you can notice he's a little smaller. You can see in the I guess it's just the wingspan that's making it seem smaller. But actually the scales are pretty similar. But I'm gonna try to show you the details on this one, on the wings. Notice all that rugged detail in the scales. I mean, on this part of the wings, every single scale has been sculpted and carved out. So that's really awesome. Look at, whereas these wings, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, they're a little more flat. The scales are almost like, just like line drawings. Whereas this one, they really do feel volumetric. They're three-dimensional. So, really awesome detail on this guy, I gotta say. I'm liking it a lot more than this one. I mean, I like them both, don't get me wrong, but really badass detail on this one, I gotta say. Really cool detail. Though they really went out of their way in giving Rathalos just a makeover in this one. So a lot more. This Rathalos is really well detailed. So I gotta say, if some of you out there are maybe debating what volume to get, I would say go with the volume 5 Rathalos. It's he looks a lot better, definitely. So I think also the other Rathalos is a little older. So you know, I think as they progress, they really get better with the details and whatnot. So I'm gonna try to hurry a little bit here and show you just the key monsters. If I run into subspecies, I'm just gonna skip them. I'll show you a little bit of the monsters, but I won't actually go into detail since I already show you the piece. I mean, I'll show you the differences in color and things like that, but I won't go into much detail since I already showed you, for example, Rathalos. You already got to see the silver one, so the red and the blue are pretty much the same, except for the paint on them, of course. So here we have Plesioth, and as you guys know, he's making a comeback in Monster Hunter Tri-G, or Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, as we're gonna call Monster Hunter Tri-G here in the West. So he made a comeback. He's a he was a hated monster in previous versions. I think Freedom, Unite, or just Freedom, because you know, he was a monster that had the ability of going underwater, and so I guess since in that game they didn't have underwater battles, I haven't actually played the game. Players had a really difficult time in trying to hunt him and maybe get parts from him. I've seen videos where he dies in the water and then hunters can't access the water to carve him out. So he's back in Monster Hunter Tri-G, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and this time you can go underwater and fight him. So I've heard that that made a big difference, and he's a lot more enjoyable to fight now. He's a little more dynamic too. So you know, I can't wait to fight this guy in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. But this is a really awesome figure. I gotta say, the paint is really nice. Look at those details on the head, the body, the neck. They really painted this guy well. And I gotta show you his wings. I mean, really meticulous detail in terms of the paint job, and very nice flexible plastic here. So I gotta say, Plesioth makes a really awesome figure. Happy to have this guy. And I really like the pose. They, you know, I can understand the remakes for the Rathalos. That pose is just so much more dynamic than the other one. I gotta give it to Capcom. They made a wise choice there. So moving on, we have oh, there's a subspecies, Barioth, the Sand Barioth, Wind Barioth, whatever you want to call him. Everyone calls him something different. Let's just call him the Red Barioth. He's more orangey, I guess. So you've already seen the pose on his base, so I'm just gonna kind of quickly put them together here so you can get a sense of the figure. These joints are actually fitting really nicely. They're not too difficult to put together, and so they fit together nicely, nice and snug. And so there is the Wind Barioth. He's the wind element Barioth. So look at that head, it's all red. So colors look true to the game. I fought this guy in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, so he looks like he's supposed to. So he's back in Monster Hunter Tri-G also, I believe. I think that may be wrong. You know, I'll tell you when I play the game. So let's just keep it as Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, as a Monster Hunter Portable 3rd monster here. So pretty good details, not same pose, awesome paint. That's Barioth for you. So let's move on to another monster, and nice, we have the Blue Rathalos, and of course this monster makes an appearance in Monster Hunter Tri-G. It's one of the subspecies. I gotta stop calling it Tri-G. Actually, you know, I like that name better. I mean, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is a pretty good name, but I'm just being picky here, and I'm gonna say that I like the name Tri-G a little better. But you know, who cares? We're getting the game in the West, so I'm not complaining. So here we have the Blue Rathalos in its awesomeness. So look at those colors in the wings, really good. Again, I can't get over the detail that they put into this guy. This guy is almost rivaling the detail on the creator's model figure. Believe it or not, it's got that level of attention to the details. Really nice details, I gotta say. The joints are a little weird. You can really tell where the joints are on this one, but you know what? It's a really good figure. Look at the details on the tail. So I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the Rathalos remake. I see why they decided to go ahead on it. It's go ahead and do it. It's a big improvement. So if you're kind of on the edge, if you have the previous volume and you don't know whether to get this one, I highly recommend it. Not just because of Agnaktor there, but look at the detail on this Rathalos. I gotta say, it's a big improvement over the previous Rathalos, so I highly recommend it. So let's move on and see what figure. We're almost done here. We only have a couple of figures left, and wow, I really wanted to see this one too, and I can't wait to show you guys. Here is the Agnaktor. And of course, he's a portable third monster. I don't know if he's making a comeback in Tri-G 3 Ultimate, but he's definitely in portable third, and he is definitely awesome. So I gotta say, the colors in this one and the previous Agnaktor, the fire regular Agnaktor, are really good. I'm really pleased with this Agnaktor figure. I'm so glad that they decided to really make him awesome. Look at those textures on his back, the eyes, and of course it's also translucent plastic. You can see my finger in the back of its beak. It's clear plastic. It's really nice. It picks up the light really nicely. It's not like just glossy or shiny. It's just translucent. It's letting light through in a way that it plays with the colors on the surface. It plays with the density of the plastic, so you have different levels of light coming through each part of its body. So really nice figure, I gotta say. A really good value for a figure builder figure. It's a really nice figure, really well detailed. So that's Ice Agnaktor. So I wanted to show you him in its entirety and show you the awesome details that he has. So I'm gonna leave him here too. I just wanna leave him on screen because he's so great. So it's gonna getting mess here in my screen. It's getting busy. So here we have the Plesioth, and you know, this is, I think maybe the other one was the subspecies. No, actually this is the subspecies. The other one is the regular Plesioth. So this is a little slightly different coloration. I do not know what element he is, so if you know, please post it in the comments. And I gotta say, this plastic that they used for him feels really good. I mean, it feels like normal PVC plastic, but I guess it's the coating that they gave it. They gave it kind of a satin, almost like a semi-gloss finish on him. I mean, I bet he's pretty glossy in the game, since he's kind of a fish monster, a water monster. But look at that shiny finish on him. It's paint, but they gave him a coat of probably a lacquer, just to give him that satin finish. So really awesome Plesioth subspecies. Again, really good details on the wings. Look at those wings. I can't get enough of those wings. Really awesome paint job on the wings. And again, nice flexible PVC plastic, so you don't go on breaking any parts of them. So that's Plesioth. And for our grand finale, I can guess who this is. Our good old friend Rathalos. And so again, I'm happy to have this remake of the Rathalos in the Figure Builder series. It's a well justified remake, so it's not just like Capcom trying to take your money from you. It's definitely, I mean, they are probably trying to do that, but it's definitely worth it, I think. It's definitely an improvement, like I've said while looking at the previous Rathalos. So again, the wing joints feel really funny. You don't get the sense that they fit quite correctly, but I guess that's just the way it is. Anyway, I'll fix it later, but the wings are pretty much there. So nice detail on this Rathalos as well. It's got a really nice red color. Like I said before, it looks really close in texture to the creator's model Rathalos, and so really awesome figure. So that's it for this figure, for this figure set, for this volume of the Figure Builder by Capcom. And I gotta say, this guy is really worth the set, and I'm happy to have him. Look at this awesome Agnaktor, Subspecies, and regular Agnaktor. So these figures are awesome additions to the Figure Builder series, and of course we can't live out the awesome Barioth figure. So the fact that they remade that Rathalos into a much better version. Let me move the camera here so you can see him. The fact that they remade the Rathalos to a much better sculpt, a much better figure, the fact that it includes Barioth, and the fact that it has both the Agnaktor and the Agnaktor subspecies makes this set really awesome. So I highly recommend it. And what a way to celebrate Capcom's and Nintendo's announcement of Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate coming to the West. So I'm gonna be really looking forward to that in March. I'm definitely gonna make a let's play of that once it comes out day one. And thank you guys again for watching. I'll appreciate any comments, any feedback that you give me. Please feel free to do so, and look forward to more Monster Hunter videos and just more videos overall in my channel. So thank you again, and I'll see you later.